I was torn on whether or not I even wanted to see this movie. On the one hand, I usually don't like to acknowledge any Sonic continuity that doesn't include Princess Sally and the Freedom Fighters. I guess I'm showing my age with that. It also didn't help that the plot looked generic and kinda lazy, which honestly it was, but we'll get to that. On the other hand, over the weekend, all I heard was positive feedback, both online and from friends. Plus, there was the fact that after the initial negative reaction to the original trailer, Paramount revamped both the visual design of Sonic and apparently the tone of the whole film. I feel like in an age of studios seemingly going out of their way to give audiences exactly what they don't want, maybe listening to your audience is something that needs to be rewarded. And rewarded, the people did. Sonic is raking in both the money and the critical acclaim, both of which richly are deserved. That in mind, I'll keep this short and sweet, as well as avoid spoilers. First, the good, and there's a lot to cover. In fact, where do I even begin with the good? This movie is well acted, the visual effects look great, especially considering what we almost had. It's charming, funny, exciting, just an all-around joy of a film. It's right up there with Detective Pikachu in the I can't believe this turned out so well department. Not one character annoyed me or left me feeling like the movie would have been better off without them, and above all, Jim Carrey's performance as Dr. Robotnik is just fantastic. As for the bad, I'd have to go with the plot. The idea of adapting something into a movie by taking that something out of its fantastical world and transporting it into our boring one is just kinda lazy and done to death for everything from Smurfs to He-Man. This is a plot you could have transplanted any number of IPs into and barely changed a thing. Seeing Sonic's world at the beginning was amazing, and I so wish we had more of it and less of Sonic just hanging out on Earth. Despite the rather copy and paste plot, though, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie from start to finish. It took me back to being a kid and reminded me of something that is all too easy to forget these days, which is why I loved Sonic in the first place. Big recommendations. Go see this movie.